Hi, it's JP. I just want to do an update on my solar system. I did one, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 months ago or so. Wasn't very clear about some things, but I also wanted to let y'all know that some of the features that this particular solar charger has. Most of the higher end have these features, but it's uh, well, how can I put it? The cheap ones aren't capable of it, so you're not getting what you think you got. Uh, the charger is one of the most important things in the whole system, besides the batteries, of course. This particular model has four uh, power out. Two of them go straight to the battery for charging, or to replenish what you're using. The other two on the side over there, these two here, go straight out to the inverter. So I want to show you that and explain that inverter. Well, that's the inverter. First I want to say sorry it's upside down, but if I turned it back the other way, then the plugs are on the back side of it, on and off switch. As you can see, that's a little inconvenient. But the inverter itself was only about $25. It's a 400-watt inverter with a peak of 800. Lasts about 20 seconds, I believe, if I remember correctly. But the reason that I'm doing this video is to let y'all know that because the charger, the solar charger, has the two outputs, like I said, two of those wires come straight to the inverter. I don't know if you can see that or not, and I'm shaking all over the place, standing on one leg and trying to balance a coffee cup. So anyway, what that does is allow power straight from the solar panel through the solar charger and then through the inverter. So you can plug things in and draw power straight off of the solar panels. There's the electronics in both units, the solar charger and the inverter, will allow you to do that. But if the batteries start getting low, obviously it uses some power from the battery. But if the batteries start getting low, it'll start diverting more power to the batteries to keep them charged up. The way it's set up this way is I can run most everything that I would need, well, besides the coffee pot and a microwave and all that. I mean, it's just not big enough. They make more powerful models, but they're also more expensive. So, like I said, this was only $25 or $26 or something. But this one will run the laptop. Anyway, so anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the point of having the solar controller charger like that is that you can run straight off the solar panels. I think I mentioned that you can run the coffee. I can't run the coffee pot with that inverter, but the laptop will run almost all day and not bother the batteries at all because there's enough power coming in straight off the solar panels. And then as the sun starts going down, because they're 48-volt panels, I get more power length as the sun goes down, as opposed to 12-volt panel. Sun starts going down, they start dropping quickly. The 48 watt or 48 volt will they'll still drop, of course, but you still have that reserve there until it gets down to a certain point where it can't produce any power. That's kind of just about all I wanted to talk about, was that if you're in the market, you're thinking about getting solar panels for your RV or your van, make sure that you have a decent solar charge controller. Make sure that it has a dual output. The one I got in there is I think I paid $173 for it, but it was well worth it. The higher the volt output on the panel, the cheaper per watt they are. Example, say, I'm just guessing, a 100-watt panel will be, say, $140. That one that I've got on the roof now, it's a 285 watt, but it's 48 volts. So it was, well, it was 67 cents per watt. So whatever that figures it up to be. So you start with that. Make sure you have a good solar controller charger and a decent inverter. The one I have is decent, but it's not really serving my needs. It'll run, like I said, it'll run a laptop and a few lights, and it won't bother the batteries all day. There's two 12-volt batteries, battery bank, the deep cycle ones. This system will charge those up from a 12.3 up to float in about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. But the more batteries you have in your battery bank, the slower the charge is. It'll still charge them. With this system, the max I could run is about 4 of the 12 volts. I've already got 12 volts. I want 6 volts, but that's for a different video. So anyway, what is it with you? Every time I sit down, you got to get up on the table. So, and she's not going to look at the camera again. She's smelling the deep fat fryer. Anyway, so I guess that's it. And I have a tail in front of my face. So I'll be talking to you again soon. Bye-bye.